And subway safety questioned once again after two more unprovoked attacks at subway stations in the city.
Now, with plenty of back and forth between local leaders and the MTA, the transit system is now firing back, calling the mayor's latest push, quote, irresponsible. CBS News' John Diaz live on the Upper West Side this morning with more for us. John?
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Mary. Yeah, well, MTA officials, they are calling on Mayor Bill de Blasio to clarify his new approach when it comes to adding more officers. They say that his numbers are misleading. It makes it seem like there are more NYPD officers patrolling the transit system than what their numbers show.
This morning, the blame game over subway safety continues, and so does crime after a violent night. Police say at 6 last night, a 23-year-old man was stabbed in an unprovoked attack in Brooklyn while he exited a C train at the Kingston Throop Avenue station. 2 hours later in Harlem, in an unrelated attack, another man was slashed in the face without reason on the platform of the 135th Street and Lenox Avenue station. Reasons like this, many New Yorkers have been sharing this sentiment.
I'm scared to ride the subway anymore. I used to love it.
For months, there has been a tug of war between the city and the MTA, with transit leaders begging for more cops. And just yesterday, Mayor Bill de Blasio announced he's adding 250 more officers assigned to special deployment underground. He says they will join the 3,000-member force.
It'll be the largest NYPD transit force in over 25 years. We're going to send a very powerful message that we're putting in the resources every day.
And later in the day, double down on the MTA to add more of their own cops.
But meanwhile, I'm asking the MTA to pull their weight. They were supposed to hire officers a year and a half ago. They didn't do it. They still have vacancies. They should be shifting officers onto the subway system.
But transit leaders say they are.
Doing whatever it takes, as long as that remains the case, is great news for our riders, for our workforce, and for New York.
By the summer, they will be adding 400 more MTA officers, and say on his end, the mayor has done the math wrong. They allege 20% of the surge in NYPD from February has already been withdrawn. And a spokesperson said the additional officers announced yesterday, quote, aren't new officers at all, but just extra shifts and will not even be full-time. This is irresponsible.
Now, Governor Andrew Cuomo also weighing in on this, acknowledging that there is a crime problem in the subways. He says that 2 years ago, he encouraged MTA officials to hire more MTA officers, but was met with what he is calling public resistance. We're live this morning from the Upper West Side. John Diaz, CBS 2 News.
John, thank you.